Have you ever noticed that some people seem to struggle with certain habits that just don't make sense? What if I told you that these seemingly odd behaviors might be silent cries for help from those who've experienced abuse? In this video, we're diving deep into the impact of trauma to uncover 10 sad habits of abuse victims. Understanding these habits is not just about recognizing them, but about fostering empathy and offering support. Let's explore these struggles and learn how we can make a difference. 1. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a habit where victims undermine their own success or well-being. This behavior often stems from a belief that they don't deserve happiness or success, rooted in negative reinforcement. Victims might procrastinate, avoid opportunities, or set themselves up for failure. Encourage victims to set realistic goals and celebrate their achievements, no matter how small. Professional counseling can help them address underlying beliefs about their worth and develop a healthier self-image. Overcoming self-sabotage involves recognizing their potential and learning to embrace opportunities. 2. Constantly seeking approval. One common habit among abuse victims is the constant need for approval. This behavior often stems from a lack of validation or positive reinforcement in their abusive relationships. Victims may go to great lengths to please others, fearing rejection or disapproval. This habit can lead to burnout and further emotional distress. To help, it's essential to encourage self-validation and support from trusted individuals. Therapy can also assist victims in building self-esteem and recognizing their inherent worth without external validation. 3. Over-apologizing. Victims of abuse may over-apologize for things that aren't their fault or for simply existing. This behavior often arises from a history of being blamed or criticized. They may feel the need to apologize even in situations where an apology is unnecessary or excessive. Helping victims understand the difference between genuine mistakes and unwarranted guilt is crucial. Encourage them to practice self-compassion and gradually reduce unnecessary apologies. Therapy can provide strategies for self-forgiveness and help them develop a healthier perspective on responsibility and blame. 4. Disassociation. Disassociation is a coping mechanism where victims detach from their emotions or surroundings to escape painful experiences. This habit can manifest as zoning out or feeling disconnected from reality. Helping victims become more grounded and present through mindfulness and grounding exercises can be beneficial. Therapy can assist them in reconnecting with their emotions and managing disassociation. 5. Self-neglect. Self-neglect is a habit where victims fail to take care of their own needs, including physical health, emotional well-being, and personal hygiene. This behavior often stems from a lack of self-worth or prioritizing others' needs over their own. Encouraging self-care routines and helping victims recognize their own value are crucial steps in overcoming self-neglect. Therapy can support them in building self-compassion and developing self-care habits. 6. Overcontrolling behaviors. Some abuse victims may develop overcontrolling behaviors as a way to compensate for the lack of control they experienced during their abuse. They might micromanage every detail of their lives to feel a sense of stability. Encouraging flexibility and teaching relaxation techniques can help victims manage their need for control. Therapy can assist in addressing the underlying fears driving these behaviors. 7. Excessive guilt. Abuse victims often carry excessive guilt, even for things that are not their fault. This guilt can be debilitating and prevent them from moving forward or enjoying life. They may constantly second-guess their actions and hold themselves to unrealistic standards. Helping victims understand that they are not to blame for the abuse they suffered is essential. Therapy can help them work through their guilt, learn to manage their emotions, and develop healthier perspectives on responsibility and self-forgiveness. 8. Hypersensitivity to criticism. Abuse victims may become hypersensitive to criticism due to their past experiences of being harshly judged or invalidated. Even constructive feedback can feel overwhelming or personal. Helping victims differentiate between constructive and destructive criticism is essential. Therapy can assist them in developing healthier ways to process feedback and build resilience. 9. Difficulty making decisions. Victims of abuse might have difficulty making decisions due to a lack of confidence or fear of making mistakes. Their past experiences may have led them to doubt their judgment and abilities. This can be due to stress and anxiety, but also the loss of autonomy and control. Abuse victims often have difficulty setting priorities due to the confusion and chaos they experienced in their abusive environment, which leads to difficulty in making decisions. Encouraging small, incremental decision-making and providing support during the process can help. Therapy can also help victims rebuild confidence in their decision-making abilities. 10. Compulsive behaviors. Abuse victims may be more likely to develop compulsive behaviors due to a combination of psychological, emotional, and physiological factors related to their trauma. Some abuse victims develop compulsive behaviors, such as excessive eating, shopping, or substance use, as a way to cope with their emotional pain. These behaviors can provide temporary relief, but often lead to additional problems like addiction. Addressing compulsive behaviors involves recognizing triggers and finding healthier coping strategies. Therapy can help victims develop more constructive ways to manage their emotions and reduce reliance on harmful behaviors. Thank you for joining us today as we explored these 10 sad habits of abuse victims. It's important to remember that these behaviors are not just quirks or oddities. They are deeply rooted responses to past trauma. By understanding these habits, we can offer better support and compassion to those who need it most. If you've recognized any of these habits in yourself or someone you care about, know that help and healing are possible. Professional support, such as therapy and the compassion of friends and family, can make a world of difference. What's one small, compassionate action you can take today to support someone who might be struggling with these habits? How do you think we can raise awareness and foster understanding about these issues in our communities? Please tell us in the comments.